Hi, this is Steve Florison. Welcome to the Certificate 4 in Training and Assessment. This is part of the Australian Qualifications Framework, all post-compulsory education in Australia. Boarding Training Australia is an RTO, and you can find the details for Boarding Training Australia on www.training.gov.au, commonly called TGA. On the TGA site, you can see the details for Boarding Training Australia, such as the number, who's involved, and the scope for Boarding Training Australia. You can see there that they can deliver the Certificate 4 in Community Services, the Diploma of Youth Work, and the Certificate 4 in Training and Assessment. And as I said before, this is part of the Australian Qualifications Framework. This has an academic stream and a vocational stream. The Certificate 4 is part of the vocational stream, and people can work up through the vocational stream and then move across into the academic stream if they choose to do that. Vocational studies is competency based, so there's an emphasis on what a person can do, so that's knowledge and skills applied at an industry level in a work context. Each unit of competency describes a specific work activity. It's evidence-based assessment, so trainers are collecting evidence to prove your skills and knowledge, and these are the sort of evidence that is required: assessments, written questions, scenarios, and so on. I just want to tell you a little bit about my own story. I've been a teacher since 1978, a principal since 1987, and I've been involved in training for 25 years. Jennifer and I set up this training company in 2013, and and we've offered these units since that time. The last 20 years of my work was involved at Wongatha, and this is a picture of the school. It's a vocational school, and it was also an RTO. Here's another picture of the school and some of the students. I've also done a fair bit of work overseas in Cambodia, Bangladesh, and quite a few other places. We also train in Vanuatu each year, and we train trainers. This certificate is TAE 40110, and it's the old or superseded Certificate 4. It has 10 units, 7 core and 3 elective. The new qualification is called TAE 40116, and at this stage, January 2017, no RTO has this on scope. So what we're proposing to do is to RPL people to this new qualification in 2017. And so if you do the existing TAE 40110, then we've set this up so that it's quite a high bar, and it will meet the new standards for the TAE 40116. The way we've set this up is that it is in 3 sections: design, delivery, and assessment. The first section, the design section, has these 3 units here, and it has these assessments: 9 written assessments and 5 practical assessments. The practical assessments all have a P before them. The second section is about assessment, and it has 4 units, and it has 8 written assessments, and it has 5 practical assessments. So they continue on from the others, so you've got P6 through to P17. And the last part of this, or Module 3, is the delivery of training units, and it has 3 units in it. Those units there, and it has about the same number of assessments. So you're basically working towards 3 delivery sessions, and these delivery sessions must be to real groups, not scenarios, and so you're going to need to work out how that will actually work. And we can talk to you about that and work out how we can do those 3 delivery sessions. The modes of learning are face-to-face, distance, online, or a combination of those. And most people do a combination, so most people would do something like online and face-to-face, a combination of those 2. So if you're using online, then you go to the website, the Boarding Training Australia website, and you can see the website here, and you log in up the top right hand side, and you'll see a page like this for logging in. We give you a username and a password. When you log in, you'll see the units that you are actually studying at the time. So you wouldn't have these whole 4, you'd probably have one of these, maybe the Certificate 4 in Training and Assessment or one of the others. Once you click on that qualification, you'll see an index that looks like this, and then you can click on one of those. So if you click on number 1, developing training programs, then what will come up is this page here, and you can see on there's an introduction, there's a whole set of attachments, there's 7 attachments, there's 3 sets of notes. So the notes have been broken into 3 parts, and then if you need help, you can get help from either Jennifer or myself. You just email us or phone us whenever you need to. Now if you click on the notes, so if you click on the notes part 1, then this is what will come up. You'll see this come up and you can read through those, and by the time you get this, there will also be videos on there as well. These are YouTube videos. You just click on them and they will come up. So you can then also look at the assessments and click on the assessments. You can also do this on the left-hand side, the navigation panel on the left-hand side of the page. You can click on the units or the assessments on the left-hand side of the page as well. If you click on the assessments, you'll see this come up. You'll click on that little continue on the last attempt, and this is what you'll find. And this is a question. It says the 3 main types of training are, and then you need to put in the answer to that. And so what you do is you put the answer in that panel below the question. And you'll see on the left-hand side where it's got all those little boxes, those 8 little boxes, those boxes are white if you haven't done the assessment. They're red if your assessment has been done and it's incorrect, and they're green if your assessment has been done and it is correct. So you can see the assessments there. So what you do when you've finished the assessments is you go down to the end and you press that button, submit all, and finish. And that's a bit the same as handing in an assignment. You just hand in that assignment and then you wait for us to mark it. And hopefully we'll be able to mark it in a few days after you hand it in. And this is what you're aiming for at the end of it all, a Certificate 4 in Training and Assessment. Okay, so that's the introduction. Thank you very much.